You are ass at Black Ops Cold War.
I know. That's kind of why I clicked on the video. I was hoping that maybe you could give me a couple tips to maybe not be so bad at the game.
You thought that's what this was? You thought this was a tips channel? No, I just wanted to let you know that you're bad. That's the point of the video.
Okay, I understand that, but now I've wasted like 20 seconds of my life on this video, and that's 20 seconds I could have used to get better. So maybe if you could just give me like one tip that I could get a little bit better, that would be really nice.
Okay. I mean, if you want one tip to raise your KD, just sit in a building and use the Krieg. And your KD will go up in no time.
Okay, there's my promise. I don't just want to raise my KD. I want to be a better overall player. I want to win games. I want to play the objective. I want to get a lot of kills and get the cool score streaks.
Alright, I didn't sign up for this. If you actually want tips, it's going to cost you. What I need you to do is I need you to hit the subscribe button. And once you're subscribed to my channel and you've hit the like button, then I'll give you some tips.
Okay, subscribe and like. Okay, I did it. Commence.
I guess if you want to get into it, there are a couple things that you could do in Black Ops Cold War to be a better overall player. And I'm not talking about just raising your KD.
Oh, finally, the good stuff. Let me get my popcorn. Okay, I got my popcorn. I'm ready.
This game really only comes down to 4 things. IQ, crosshair placement, what gun you're using, and having a really big dick. But because we can't always control the 4th one, we're just going to focus on the first 3.
Thank God, because my dick is very small.
Let's start with crosshair placement. This is probably the easiest one to get down right away because it takes the least learning. What you got to do when you're playing Cold War, and really any FPS game, is just worry about where that little dot in the middle of the screen was. Back in the olden days, like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, those days, there was no dot in the middle of the screen. You just had to eyeball where the exact middle of your crosshair was. Now, luckily, they're getting us right. When you're running around corners, when you're moving throughout the maps, you don't need to necessarily focus on where it is, but you need to keep in mind that where that dot is in the center of your screen is exactly where your scope is going to be when you aim down sights. Whether you're on controller or PC, it's just a good habit to get into, is being conscientious about where those crosshairs are going to be. Yo, are you even listening? Put the fucking popcorn down.
Sorry. You're right. Sorry. Okay. Crosshair placement. Got it. Okay.
Alright, number 2 is going to be the gun you're using. Now, this is also going to tie in with your IQ, but luckily in Black Ops Cold War, most of the guns are viable. There's going to be better guns like the MP5 and the Krieg, but the rest of the guns with the right attachments and the right playstyle are going to absolutely shred. For example, you're not going to use a shotgun and take on a sniper at long range. You got to know how your gun works and what situations to use them in. You should know how much ammo you have. You don't need to know it bullet for bullet. You don't need to count your bullets. That's way too much. But you need to know if you've emptied almost all of your mag, it wouldn't be smart to peek another fight with 3 bullets in the chamber. Knowing what attachments to use on your weapons is also very important. If you don't like the iron sights of a weapon, just put on a red dot. Put on a 2x, or my favorite, the Axial Arms 3x sight for longer range weapons is very, very nice. If you don't like where people know, put on Ghost, put on Ninja, and throw on a suppressor. Then that way, whenever you do something on the map, nobody is going to know where you are. Finally, my last tip for getting better at this game is just overall your IQ, your awareness when it comes to Call of Duty. Knowing the maps, knowing where to be in certain situations is very, very good. Especially if you play a game mode like Hardpoint or Search and Destroy, knowing where the next hill is and knowing where the action is right at the beginning of every round is very, very important so you can get the jump on people and you can get the angles and help your team out. Another very important tool is positioning. If you're in the middle of a street and you're getting sprayed at, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to just stand there and shoot back. A lot of times I'm even guilty of this. I do a little bit of damage and I just stand there and I tunnel vision somebody. Something you'll notice a lot of pros do, which honestly separates them, is disengaging from fights that they're not favorable in. What this means is even if you have the jump on somebody, that doesn't always mean you're in favor to win that fight. Know what these moments are, what these situations are, and disengage from them.
Okay, so I have to make sure that I have really good crosshair placement when I go around the corners. I need to make sure I use my guns to their strength. For example, not using a shotgun versus a sniper rifle at long range. And you also want me to have a really big IQ and map knowledge.
Yes, exactly. Now, there's many, many, many things that go into just one match of Call of Duty. And none of these you're going to get right away. This is going to take a lot of practice. You don't necessarily need to go into private matches. And honestly, the best way of practicing is just being conscientious about what's going on while you're playing multiplayer matches. Challenge some fights that, maybe you wouldn't to get that accuracy down, get that gun skill. Work on disengaging from fights that are unfavorable if that's what you're trying to work on, and even your crosshair placement. I guess my final extra credit tip is...
Oh, extra credit. I love extra credit.
My final extra tip is being versatile. That means don't just be good with assault rifles. Try and use, a submachine gun or a pistol even. The more guns you get good with, the better your game will be because they will favor certain maps. And honestly, go for that Dark Matter Ultra. Go for that Dark Ether and Zombies. You'll get to use every gun, and maybe you'll find a gun that, even though it's not quote-unquote the meta, it's a gun that you really enjoy and you can shred with.
Oh, yeah, I really like the M82 Sniper.
Okay, any gun besides that gun.
What? Why not that one?
If you really want to know why I think the M82 is dog shit, you can check out one of my last videos. I'll have it linked right in the description. And dude, do me a favor, go take a fucking shower.
What are you... Okay.
Yo, real talk though, thank you for watching the video. I don't really know what got into me make a little skit like this. Like I said though, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.
Oh, I'm still recording.